All right. So, more information comes out about the Adam Toledo shooting. And we now found out that he did have a gun. And I saw it. I saw the frame by frame rate, and it is a gun. He had a gun. The cop saw that he did have the gun, and at the same time he was raising his hand, he was throwing the gun. So, that tells me that that shoot wasn't the cop's fault. I mean, it was the cop that shot him, of course, but it wasn't due to negligence by the cop. The kid did have a gun, and I saw it. He did. But there will still be riots. There will still be an uproar. And there will still be calls to abolish the police. No matter the fact that we do know that the kid had the gun. And he was part of a gang. And the nickname that he had was Little Homicide. And the fact that he was shooting guns in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's why the cops got called on him. But that doesn't matter to the masses, because the masses are sheep, and they will believe whatever narrative is being spilt out by the mainstream media. I don't think things are going to get better. I do not. I think the riots are going to get worse, because there's always going to be a situation where a cop has to end somebody in a situation where it looks like it's the cop's fault. There's always going to be those situations, because that's part of crime. Like, people do things that put themselves in a situation where they could potentially get killed. And in some of those situations, these criminals will get killed. And it won't be the cop's fault, but it would look like it's the cop's fault. But then you do a little research and you realize, wait a minute, it was actually the criminal's fault. There's always going to be cases like that. And there's no avoiding it. There's nothing really you can do about it. Because it's just, you're always going to have this problem as long as it's criminals. And as long as there's human police officers that has to deal with these criminals. Until we come to a time where police officers are replaced by robots, and even then, probably people are going to blame the robots for being racist somehow, or being programmed to be racist. It's always going to be an issue. So I think we're not going to see riots or protests go away anytime soon. I just don't see it happening. Until the people, the masses, get smarter. Which I don't think is going to happen. Subscribe to support. That's all I wanted to say for today.